Welcome back to Harbour Unboxed. Today I will be picking my favourite RTX 2060 graphics cards. Now about 2 years ago I did start our top 5 best series after countless viewers kept asking me what's the best GTX 1070 to buy. It was a little more complicated than that, as some wanted to know which model was outright the best, some wanted to know which offered the best value, and others wanted to know which was the best option for mini RTX builds. So I created 5 categories and picked the best model for each one. And now 2 years later, I'm getting loads of requests to do the same for the RTX 2060. Wasn't much interest in the rest of the RTX series, but the 2060 seems to have gotten quite a few of you a bit excited. The only problem here being that it's not worth making 5 categories for the RTX 2060 series, so I've been forced to ditch one and just make our first ever top 4 best video. So hopefully that works. Anyway, for this one, the categories will be the best priced, the best blower style, best mini RTX, and then the best premium model. At the moment, there aren't many models selling for the $350 US MSRP. In fact, as I put this video together, there was just 2 GB models, the very plainly named RTX 2060 OC and then the RTX 2060 Mini RTX OC. A few days prior, there was also the Zotac Gaming RTX 2060 Twin Fan, which I had been recommending as it was a really good value product at $350, but now it has jumped back up to $370 and it appears to be out of stock in a lot of places. So I'm not sure if pricing will drop back down to $350 US once the stock issues are corrected or not. Anyway, if you can get the Zotac Twin Fan model for $350 US, it's certainly a worthwhile option. But with the plainly named Gigabyte RTX 2060 OC currently available at $350 US, it is the better choice. I've been watching this model for some time now and pricing has been very consistent. It came in as one of the cheapest models at $370 US, and for the last month it's been available at all major online retailers for $350. So this means Gigabyte's RTX 2060 OC is the best priced 2060, and while it is a very basic model, it packs some decent features such as alternate spinning fans, direct touch copper heat pipes, and a full-length backplate. But as a base model, it's basic as I said. It's by no means the coolest or quietest RTX 2060 out there. And if you're willing to spend $20 to $30 more, you will get a much better product in that respect. For whatever reason, quite a few of you have asked me which is the best blower style RTX 2060. Personally, I don't like the blower style cards, and I'm very thankful that both Nvidia and AMD have moved away from them for their reference design cards, but I suppose in certain situations they do make sense, and now with the reference cards not offering a blower design, it does make finding one a bit harder. So that being the case, your options are extremely limited. There are just a few models, and really only one of them is widely available at this point, and that is the Asus Turbo, the Turbo RTX 2060. Priced at $390 US, it's certainly not cheap. In fact, it's up there with the most expensive models. And while I would typically recommend avoiding it, if you must get a blower style card, then this is probably your best choice. There's not much to say about this one really. It features an 80mm IP5X dual ball bearing fan, some subtle lighting, it measures 268mm long, and it is of course a dual slot card. Now for the best mini RTX 2060 graphics card, there are 2 main choices here, the MSI RTX 2060 Aero RTX OC or the Gigabyte RTX 2060 Mini RTX OC. And I'm going to go with the Gigabyte model for this one. Few reasons for that, not least of which is the fact that it's the only one you can actually buy right now. While MSI has announced the RTX 2060 Aero RTX OC, good luck finding one. It doesn't really appear to be on sale yet. Not sure where you can get one. I certainly haven't been able to find it. That said, I'd recommend the Gigabyte version anyways. It is slightly shorter and perhaps more crucially not as tall. The 126mm height of the MSI model will make compatibility with some of the smaller mini RTX cases such as the Geek A30 very difficult. The 121mm height of the Gigabyte version is much more suitable to these smaller cases. The Gigabyte model also has a 0 RPM fan mode, and when under load it is relatively quiet for a single fan RTX 2060. Then perhaps best of all, it's readily available at the MSRP, meaning you can buy one today for just $350 US. If you're not having to stretch your budget to get an RTX 2060, so that is to say you have a little extra spending money and you want a premium experience, then I highly recommend the recently reviewed Asus ROG Strix RTX 2060 OC Gaming. Priced at $400 US, it is $50 more expensive than base models, but you get a lot more graphics card for the money. Granted, it's not much faster, but it is significantly cooler and quieter. Out of the box, it ran at just 62 degrees, and that was an 11-degree improvement over the similarly priced MSI RTX 2060 Gaming Z. VRM and GDDR6 memory temperatures were also very low relative to other high-end RTX 2060 models, and our card overclocked like a champ, holding an operating frequency of 2055 MHz with ease. Just be aware that this thing is the size of a high-end graphics card. It measures 300mm long, stands 132mm tall, and is a whopping 50mm wide, making it a triple slot card. There's 3 85mm fans, a full-size backplate, and enough customizable RGB lighting to put your Christmas tree to shame. Though, for those of you after a stealth look, you can kill the lighting with a press of a button. Overall, the Asus ROG Strix RTX 2060 OC Gaming won't disappoint those after a premium RTX 2060 graphics card. Picking the right RTX 2060 is a little tricky, so hopefully this video was useful to those of you looking at purchasing one, but for the most part, it really is all about the price. Problem is there are very few $350 US options to choose from, and once you get up over the MSRP, they all seem to jump up pretty close to $400 US. If you're going to spend, say, $380 US, for example, you might as well just go the full hog at that point and get the beastly Asus ROG Strix RTX 2060 OC Gaming. It's at least $100 cheaper than a base model RTX 2070, and for the most part, it does offer very similar performance. Also, the cheapest Vega graphics card still costs a little over $400, and you'll be hard pressed to get one that matches the quality of the ROG Strix RTX 2060 OC Gaming. Anyway, that is going to do it for this one. If you did enjoy the video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more content. If you appreciate the work we do at Unboxed, then consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, Steve. See you again next time.